No Man's Sky is easily one of the most hyped games that we've had in the last 10 years. This space exploration sim promised to be something that no other game ever was, taking procedurally generation to the next level, creating an entire galaxy with a quintillion planets, 16 quintillion planets, that allowed people to go through, explore, and leave their name in the stars. It had everything that people ever wanted, and it was totally set to succeed, but it absolutely belly flopped. Because when you go a mile wide, you tend to go an inch deep, and that is No Man's Sky's biggest issue, is that it lacks depth. Coming from games like Mass Effect, people had huge expectations. They expected deep histories, cultural implications, a complex alliance system, and mechas where you can see thousands and hundreds of thousands of aliens all at once. There's a quintillion planets out there. There has to be some sort of giant city, right? So what'd we get? None of it. None of it. Instead, we ended up with the odd space hermit sitting alone in some base all by himself, probably thinking the same thing that I am, that is, damn, what am I doing here? One of the reasons why people idolize games from the past, like Ocarina of Time, is because they had limitations. Developers had to be creative because they couldn't step outside of that box. They couldn't make Hyrule feel a quintillion miles long because they didn't have the space. And what this caused them to do? They had to be more creative. They created depth and they created story and history inside this and made very complex, interesting, engaging games. In recent years, we've blown the top off these limitations. Poly counts are absolutely amazing. Computer systems can do things that we couldn't even dream of a couple years ago, and this is leading developers to build things bigger, not better. And this has caused No Man's Sky to always have that new game feel, but in a bad way. A way like, when is the real game gonna start? But it never does, because it lacks depth. But it's so huge that you have that longing inside, that yearning to continue to explore, because somewhere out there has to be that storyline that you're looking for, that hero's journey. But it never comes. It never comes. I tried really hard to like this game. I spent a lot of time into it, and I tried hitting it from a lot of different angles, but at the end of the day, it's just not deep enough there for me. But all overall, a poorly executed game. I give it a 4 out of 10, and I'll most likely be asking for my refund back.